नित्यानन्देश्वरसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Sri Mahants, Mahants, Tanedars, Kotaris, Balasans, sitting with us all over the world through Nityananda TV, Sadhana TV, Ara TV, and two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha. Cities sitting with us in two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha, Chennai, Los Angeles, Seattle, Redmond, Kuala Lumpur, Toronto, Port Washington, New York, Ohio, Austin, Enriching Temple, Biddi, Melbourne, San Jose, Oman, Tiruvanmiyur, Vancouver, Bhubaneswar, Dubai, Houston, Warrington, UK, London, Oklahoma, Madurai, Hyderabad, Gupta Kashi, and lot more cities are Charlotte, China, Melbourne, Redmond, so many more cities are joining. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I'll continue to expand on 6th verse. Please recite along with me. 6th verse of Isavasya Upanishad. Yastu sarvani bhutani Atmanyevanubashyati Sarvabhuteshu Chatmanam Tato na vijugupsate. Listen now. One who indeed lives by seeing as it is the whole existence, all the manifest and unmanifest, existing in the consciousness itself, and the consciousness existing in the whole existence, thus does not feel violated or hates anything, existing by virtue of not seeing oneself as separate from the consciousness. Listen. Today I am going to explain the subtle nuances when you put an idea inside you, how your mind creates ripple effects. Please understand. The moment I say everything is in your consciousness, you are in everything exists. For a normal person, the first thing will come up. The ripples created in him will, oh, if everything is in me and I am in everything, why there is so much of suffering and conflict? Whom I love don't love me. Who loves me, I don't feel love towards them. Please understand. Somehow love by its very nature is triangle. Never circle. Because whoever loves you, somehow you already take them for granted and you feel they are already in your kitty, in your packet. And you want always the adventure, exploring, excitement. So come on, let's see the next. This already is there in my packet. It's in my bag only. It is like, let's see the next house. This house already I got what I want to. So the rice is in my bag. Go to the next house, like Bhiksha when you go for Bhiksha. So your conflicts stand up. Whoever I love, never love me. Whoever loves me, somehow I feel taking it for granted with them. I don't show the same love towards them. This is one of the biggest problems. If everything is in me and I am in everything, why these conflicts? Sometimes you are even afraid of people who love you. The way they possess you, you feel, frightened. Instead of awakening love in you, they awaken fear in you. The passion with which they possess you. You are afraid. They may bind you. They may take away your freedom. Many times, the existence starts moving with the conflicts, and you even forget you have conflicts. But that is the state need to be achieved through this verse. That is not the space this verse is pointing towards. Listen, these conflicts, how they are handled, how these thought trends are created, listen, I'm entering into the deeper aspects of practical reality of these verses. When you work with them, the conflicts you will face, I am expanding about them. Please listen. When you look and sit and scan, I'll give you precise instruction how to scan. Just connect with the person whom you love but doesn't shower enough love on you, or you feel unattended. Remember that person. All the incompletions comes up in you about that person, pen down and see when all these type of incompletions, the same patterns, when it started in your life, trace back. Pen down those incidents. And people with whom you feel you are loving them, they are also reciprocating you. Kind of a complete. Happy. Remember them, connect with them, see, is there any incompletions coming up even about them? Pen down. Go back and see when the same patterns have started in you, with whom, how you started developing. Pen down. And the third, with whom you feel they love you, they suffocate you. but you don't feel love towards them. Remember them and pen down, connect with them and pen down all the incompletions they provoke in you. And when those patterns started in you, persons, incidents, situations, pen them down. Do these 3 exercises. Listen. 1, with whom you feel love, but they don't reciprocate, unattended. 2, with whom you feel love and you feel attended also, reciprocated. 3, with whom you feel love, you don't feel love, but they love you. They shower so much on you. But either you feel suffocated or fear that they may possess you, or whatever, some other incompletion. They love you, but you don't feel loved. Understand about all these 3. Sit and do manana, means internalizing. What is the patterns each one of them evoke in you? When that patterns have started happening in you, when you started building those patterns, with whom, pen down all that. Do these 3 exercises. You will understand. Please understand. When you do these 3 exercises, you will understand. The whole thing is a lie. Mithya. Lie is a too small word. What is lie, If I say this kamandalu is white color, that can be called as lie. But first of all, this kamandalu itself is not there. And I say, this kamandalu not only is white color, made of ivory and gold carved and diamond studded, it cannot be called as lie, it is called mithya. So listen, when you do these 3 exercises, you will understand the whole thing is mithya. Because every point sticking out is a lie. Like whom you say you love is a lie. Whom you think the person is not responding to your lie is a lie. Not responding to your love is a lie. Whom you say you love and he also responds is a lie. With whom you say you don't feel the love, but the other person has so much of love and you are only having fear of being possessed or whatever other incompletions, that is also lie. Whole thing, every inch you will understand the lie. I tell you, Upanishads are literally conscious acid wash. Upanishads are literally conscious acid wash, and it goes on maturing your aspirations and understandings. A person who works with himself, constantly matures his aspirations, is seeker. The person who works with himself, matures his aspirations, is seeker. If 2 persons decide to work together, mature each other's aspirations, it is called married life. So listen. Go on working with people. Go on working with people. Maturing the aspirations of the people. If you start maturing your aspirations, the aspirations of people who are around you, you will be able to help them to get their aspirations matured. Listen, job of a spiritual teacher or religious teacher or acharya is helping people to mature their aspirations. Maturing the aspirations can happen only by the acid wash, which can be done only by Upanishads. Just do this one process. Why conflict? See, Upanishads are conclusions in the formula type presentation. When you listen to this verse, the thought currents provoked in you and the follow-up you need to do is what I am opening and explaining to you all. If you do this simple exercise of internalizing, doing manana of these three, you will understand, simply you will catch the glimpse. Whatever conflict you see outside is inside you. Whatever completion you see outside is inside you. Whatever completion you see outside is inside you. Whatever incompletion and conflict you see outside is inside you. You will understand really yastu sarvani bhutani atmanyevanu pashyati sarvabhuteshu chatmanam tatona vijugupsade is the truth. Sometimes if your room is too hot, suffocating, the moment you come out of your room, you will feel a little breeze, cold, nice, even though the weather is not as you think. As a comparison, you will experience the weather is better. But for somebody who is already standing outside, may want to go into the room. Understand, comparative realities are not existential realities. Comparative realities are more for the sake of comfort. It is more for the sake of comfort. You plan, better shall I do this job or that job? It's a comparative reality. Most of the time, you exist and die in comparative reality itself. No. The biggest conspiracy against human beings is atheism. Atheism. Where more than comparative reality, no other reality, not only not accepted, even possibility to explore is denied. Today in the Nityananda Times video, one of my Balasant, Dhyanananda, when he was telling, Jnanatma challenged me to bring rain. I asked, I created space, rain happened. Then I suddenly realized I can play with nature. First thing I want to tell you, I already heard about this whole incident and studied. It was true. It was not that automatically it rained. It was rained actually by the space created by Dhyanatma, Dhyanananda. That is true. What he said is true. Second, a kid feeling I can play with the nature. God. It is just unimaginable boon anybody can receive, especially when they are kid. Jnanatma is saying that is also only in that town it trained, that village it trained, nowhere else. Same way, the other day, when I went to temple, some of my balasans were not chanting properly. When I pointed, hey, you are not doing it properly, that's why you are not able to bring the rain. He immediately, the thought trend happened in him is, how can I complete it and evolve? So he discovered other incompletions, everything which was inside him, and started taking it out and started working with completion. He did not go into the other route, developing anger or inability. I tell you, developing the right thought current during the crisis means solution. Understand? Solution means developing a right thought current during every crisis. Nothing else. Just do this one simple manana, internalizing with all the conflicts you feel in your life. You will suddenly see whatever good outside is inside you, whatever bad outside is inside you, whatever good inside is outside you, whatever bad inside is outside you. Incompletion in, incompletion out. Completion in, completion out. Completion out, completion in. Completion, incompletion out, incompletion in. Listen. By understanding completion out, completion in, incompletion out, incompletion in, completion in, completion out, incompletion in, incompletion out, you will have such big freedom and restful awareness. Wow! Then I can do as I want. I can play as I want. Everything is in me. Freedom is feeling larger and larger number of people, places, spaces as part of you. Freedom means expanding the boundary you feel about you. Everyone is using something to experience freedom. A rich man uses his money, and more people dependent on his money. He feels his freedom is expanding. They are all under him. A person who identifies with a political party, he feels everyone in that party is under him. His freedom has expanded. A person who identifies with a language or a state, he feels his whole zone is his freedom. Listen. Everything in life is nothing but freedom struggle. Freedom struggle. That's the right word I will use. Everything in life is just freedom struggle. But the real freedom can be received, you can get it only by a person who is already free, not by anybody else. This thought current I am giving you has liberated me from my own experience I am sharing with you. The moment you internalize and understand, In is out and out is in. There is no in and out, it is only in out or out in. If you have seen the out first, you describe as out in. Because what you saw first, out, then in, out in. If you have seen the in first, then you call it as in out. In out and out in. It is like in out, out in. In out, in out, in out, in out, in out, in out, in out. That's all. You can't say out in or in out. It is. In Tamil Siddha tradition, there is a beautiful mantra. Shiva, 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 Shiva. It becomes Vashi, 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 Vashi means Vasi, Vasi means let it become part of me, part of me, part of me. Shiva, Shiva, Shiva means let me become part of it, part of it, part of it. Shiva, let me become part of it. Vashi, let it become part of me. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Vasi, 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 Vasi. It is just same thing, flowing. This truth cannot be attained by non-working lazy belief. Understand? Non-working lazy belief, a new word I am coining, which is the usual so-called faith of the modern day middle class, neo-middle class. The neo-middle class as a kind of a non-working faith. If it is true, let it work immediately. Are you prepared? They don't care about preparation. They are not ready to prepare, but they expect everything should work in their life. That is what is non-working lazy belief. No. A seeker need to be responsible. He can't spend his time and energy in non-working lazy belief. Most of the people who waste their time in the name of seeker are this type of people. Non-working lazy belief, I tell you. Never miss satsang, because that is the only thing will constantly keep you moving. If you miss satsang even for 1 month, you would have completely lost the track and you will be going in some other thinking direction in your life. Never miss satsang even for 1 day, because that will constantly keep you aligned. You will catch wherever you are stuck. Only with the satsang, you will catch yourself. You will expose yourself to yourself. Only with the satsang. So listen. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanyevanu pashyati sarvabhuteshu chatmanam tatona vichugupsate cannot be handled with non-working lazy belief pattern. You need to internalize it. Internalize it. You will catch the glimpse. So today, take this as a homework. Before today's sunset, you will internalize this verse deeper and deeper with these three methods. Internalizing these three, manana of these three is enough. By before sunset, you will catch the glimpse. Yes, in is, out, out is in. Whatever I see in is only out. Whatever I see out is only in. You will get the glimpse of this verse. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanyevanu pashyati sarva bhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsati. And tonight Vakyartha Sadas is all about how you got this truth clicking with you. Each one of you have to do this homework, only then you will be able to attend the Vakyartha Sadas. Because only if you have done the homework, you will have the clarity and the depth, understanding, you will be able to discuss. And I also want to bless the Yuva Sangha's Vakyartha Sadas. Regularly I am seeing it in the Facebook. The American youth, American Yuva Sangha is also doing the Vakyartha Sadas. My blessings. I wanted each Mahant to hold a group doing Vakyartha Sadas. Each Mahant to hold a group doing Vakyartha Sadas. Because only through Vakyartha Sadas, more and more of your questions will be answered. Your answers will be questioned. Every day the conference call should be done by all the Mahants to all their Kotaris and anybody else want to join Vakyartha Sadas. Because that's the only way you will help people. See, a formal class like NDY, organized Kalpataru, that is one way of helping. But this informal Vakyartha Sadas is one of the deeper way of helping. Because more and more individuals will be connected. And today onwards, I also wanted to open up our enriching temple. Every day evening, the same satsang time in the morning, 7 to 8, evening, 7 to 8 Vakyartha Sadas in our enriching temple. All the phone lines will be open for Vakyartha Sadas. You can call in. We will also evolve a system where we will have a large conference calls, where anyone can call in and participate in those Vakyartha Sadas. More and more Vakyartha Sadas need to be conducted. Only then people will work on these great truths, ideas, concepts. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanyevanu pashyati sarva bhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsati. These great truths need to be celebrated. They need to be celebrated. Celebrate them. With this, I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Advaita, the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಧ್ಯಾನಪೀಠಂ, ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಗರ್, ಆಫ್ ಮೈಸೂರ್ ರೋಡ್, ಬಿಡದಿ, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು. ಫೋನ್ 08027279999, www.nityananda.org, www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.